Hi, my name is Ashley, and Charles Edward White was my grandfather. And in March of 2014, we lost him after battling Alzheimer's for over 10 years. And my grandfather was a phenomenal man. And we saw the effects that the Alzheimer's had on him. He was still who he was. He still loved to sit on the patio and listen to music, even when he didn't know the names of things anymore, like my iPhone. He got a kick out of calling it a fancy gadget. He couldn't quite figure out what it was, but he knew music came out of it, and that's what he wanted it for.
A caregiver of my mother who has dementia, Alzheimer, and we've been working through this disease for about 8 years now. When she was first diagnosed, well, actually, I knew something was wrong. I got a phone call from one of my mom's friends that said that she was fully dressed in church on a Saturday, and I needed to come take care of my mom. So that was a very scary thing because my mom had been the pillar. She's the strong matriarch of our family.
It's been a long journey. I've seen my mother's health decline quite a bit. She started out where she would do word puzzles, and gradually she stopped. She couldn't remember her name at one point. She just said everybody was her friend.
My advice to anybody who's going through this is really communicate. If you see the little signs, it's no longer called the old person's, it's just a part of aging. It's not the old person's disease that we always think about in the Black community. We always say, oh my gosh, she's just getting old, when they repeat the same things 4 or 5 times to you, or say the same things twice, in a conversation. That is a signal that something's wrong.
If I could give any advice to any person that's the primary caregiver for somebody with Alzheimer's, get help. Don't suffer in silence. Don't feel like you have to hide that person's condition because it's not their fault and it's not your fault. Whenever you feel tired or you feel like, why is this happening to me, or why is this happening to my family? Know it's because you're strong enough to deal with it. Know that even as their memories fade, yours will get stronger. And you'll be able to remind them of things that they may have forgotten or never even realized happened.
I'm glad I know that the Alzheimer's Association is here and that we can bring her here if necessary for some daily activities.
Like I said, the Alzheimer Association has provided me a lot of support, a lot of information, a wealth of information and care resources. I mean, even when she was living by herself, we would have people come in and out. We took her to different activities. Of course, she loved her church and the church activities. But there are just so many resources out there in the community that can help when the loved one is at home, even when they're at home by themselves, to have that interaction.
I just think about if we had known that the Alzheimer's Association had so many resources and free resources available, how much more help we could have taken advantage of. Things that my grandmother wouldn't have felt so alone. And that we wouldn't have felt, not that he was ever a burden, but just that we had some help, some people that knew what we were going through and had